name is Sharon George. Today we're going to talk about experiment 7 component diagram. Before moving on to the diagram, let's just understand a brief about component diagram. Its main purpose is to show the structural relationships between the components of a system. Components are also considered autonomous, encapsulated units within a system or subsystem that provide one or more interfaces. Components are now strictly logical design time constructs. The idea is that you can easily reuse or substitute a different component implementation in your designs because a component encapsulates behavior and
Set
implements
career
specified
started.
interfaces.
Rekayıyorum. Tutar
The physical items that UML1.x call components are now called artifacts in UML2. An artifact is a physical unit such as a file, executable, script, database, etc. Only artifacts live on physical nodes, classes, and components do not have location. So this is an example of a component diagram. You can see there are two components here, order system and inventory system. And we have a relationship which says that order system uses inventory system. These are different ways to draw a component's name compartment. So these are the different ways. You have three different ways as shown in the picture. Additional compartments here shows the interfaces that the order component provides and requires. So this is what the order component requires. So there's a separate column inside it where you can write. So another approach to modeling components interface is shown here in this slide. As you can see, the interfaces symbols with a complete circle at their end represent an interface that the component provides. So this is lollipop symbol. And interface symbols with only a half circle at their end, also known as sockets, represent an interface that the component requires. So this is the last slide that we need to know, a component diagram that shows how the order system component depends on other components. So for example, you can see here, we have given the relationship called customer look and the product accessor. So this is, let's move on to the diagram now. So this is the component diagram of conference management system. So as you can see, we have administrator, user, database, authentication, reviewer, and editor. Inside this, you can see we have check the format component, add conference. Inside administrator, inside user, we have search paper, view paper, download paper. So the administrator, database, reviewer, user, authentication, editor, these are all packages. And we have taken here from this package symbol on the left hand side. And inside that, we have the components, and we have taken component here from the left hand side. So in user, we have search paper, view paper, and download paper. The user can actually search the papers, he can view the papers, and also download the papers. In database, we have maintain database and storing details. So that's what basically database will do. Then we have authentication. The user can log in, the user's ID will be checked, password will be checked, and if right, it will be the user will be able to log in. Then we have registration. If the user has not logged, if the user is a new user, then he can register into the site. Then we have reviewer who will review the paper and give comments, editor who will update paper status, reject paper, and assign for review. As you can see, we have used dependency relationship among all. On the left hand side, we have dependency symbol, and we've used dependency between each packages. So as you can see, there is a dependency from administrator to database, administrator to authentication, user to authentication. We also have two dependency relationships from reviewer to authentication, from editor to authentication, and from editor to reviewer. So I hope you understood. This is the explanation for component diagram. Thank you.